Hey y'all, so I bought the correct drill bit right here, and I drilled the hole, so now this thing is mounted really well. Now I'm gonna get another piece to weld on right here, or to attach right here, and I'll probably cut these at a 180 degree angle, so I can just weld a piece of flat steel on there, and then weld it onto the axle, so then we can have dual power. Cutting this thing up was pretty uneventful, so I didn't film it, but I got these two vise together so I can recreate the two pieces and so they're as uniform as possible, so that it doesn't look stupid, and so that everything lines up. I got these two pieces cut. I'm gonna weld a piece of, I'll just weld that to it. I'll chop it off like right there, and then I'll weld this piece on there, and then we can go ahead and mount it to the motor, or we're go ahead and mount it to the Tricycle, and then we can fabricate our gas tank and then hit the road. Alright, so I've got my piece here that I've cut, and I'm gonna weld it on right there like that, and then weld that plate onto there, and then after that we go riding. Well, after we get the gas tank and all that, and the throttle hooked up, after that it's riding time. Here it is all welded up, and this is before, and here is after. Actually cleaned up pretty well. Yeah, I'm gonna grind that down a little bit more. And then I've got to sand that off because I accidentally got some weld on the other side. After that, I reckon we can weld it onto the Tricycle, and then then make the gas tank, then hook up the throttle, then go for a test ride. Here's where the motor's gonna go. There's that piece I'm just gonna weld onto there. Oh, I might try to do some extra reinforcing just to make sure this thing doesn't fall off. Man, we're so close to giving this thing a good quality test ride, and I'll get back to you when I get this stuff mounted up. Hey, alright, so I got the motor welded on there, so it's rolling pretty good. So the next step is to rig all this stuff up and then get to riding. But it's got a pretty nice stance to it. Alright, due to the fact that the motor's mounted and I've drilled a hole into the Mountain Dew can, I'm going to go ahead and put the fuel filter on the end of the fuel line, like so. And then, this is hard to film, and then I'm just going to pull it through. I'm just going to put some epoxy to seal it up, just like that. God, that stuff still smells awful. Don't want it on the fuel line. Alright, and I'll get back to y'all when it dries. The epoxy has set, so it's pretty much watertight now. And I'm just cutting out the new return line. Still got some gas in there. Return line and the main fuel line hooked into the gas tank, or I'm sorry, the Mountain Dew tank. So next is to show you the art of zip tie rigging. And that is the art of zip tie rigging. as you can see. Still take the gas cap off. I can put gas in it. Just like, hard to do with one hand, just like that. So yeah, we've got a usable gas tank now. Obviously I'm not going to be using Weed Eater gas. I'm going to be using Mountain Dew to give this thing a little bit extra bang. So next thing to do is to hook up the throttle, and this thing is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and start ricing this thing out. I'm going to put like this piston, I'm just going to hang it from right there. I think it looks kind of cool. I'm sure it'll get annoying and then I'll throw it away or move it, but for now I like it there. So let's try to get the throttle mechanism set up so that we can go do some mad skids. To hook up the throttle system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole through this and drill a hole through this, and then I'm going to take this bolt and this nut and pinch the two together, and it'll clamp the cables down to this so that the insides can move and the outsides will not, because that's how a cable works. Here's what it will look. This is how it's gonna look. It's got these two sticking out right there next to each other, and I'm gonna have some sort of lever or something, a lever, connect these two together, and I'll do a hand throttle or something. So yeah, that is officially all I've got for y'all. Good noche.